Hello, this is Problem Machine, and we're going to be playing some more Super House of Dead Ninjas. So last time I beat the boss, and I beat the game on normal and with a shortcut, but I beat it, you know, it's a start. And so let's look at hard difficulty and see what happens. That's interesting. It looks like the letters I've been collecting have been tickets to get into this, because that little icon that's above this appeared where the letters were when I was collecting the letters. So we'll take a look at that later and see what's up. But for now, let's start at the beginning and see what hard mode is like. I still have the whip from before. And down we go. Kind of want to try and keep a combo going for a while. See if I can unlock some new items for like that. Is that a gun? That should be interesting. Probably a new shuriken type. Sometimes I'm surprised when the whip misses. It has a sort of strange attack shape, which I've mentioned before. Dang it, I probably would have gotten something for hitting a full minute. Oh well, that was pretty good. I don't know what that does. Presumably gives me some new information. That was my first death though. So yeah, after adjusting to later parts of this game, this first area is quite easy comparatively. Oh, he takes 3 hits now. Oh, because he was a boss enemy, probably. The whole whip item grabbing thing is actually a lot less useful than you'd expect it to be, because it pops over my head frequently. And now that I know how rage works, I know that you can move very quickly once you get it, since it makes you invulnerable to damage. I can do things like that, which I would not advise under normal circumstances. This is where my style of being extremely reckless comes in handy, because as long as I'm invulnerable, I can just fucking rush the hell out of this. Oh, I want that though. Oh, when my rage time ended, I immediately died, because I was used to being invulnerable. Oh well. And I already got it back again. Oops. Did my rage run out? It's confusing. I didn't notice it run out, otherwise I obviously wouldn't have done that, because that would have been stupid. Okay, first boss. Honestly, I'm not really seeing what's different about hard mode so far. Maybe I don't get continues. Oops. Which, if so, would make it pretty important that I win this fight. So let's start using shuriken to make this safer. Okay, beat the first boss. And down we go. If it's just normal mode with no continues, that doesn't seem too bad. Because I was already sort of getting to the point where I could make progress more consistently without needing continues. Though it does make the prospect of beating the game all the way from the start a little bit more intimidating. I never encountered this pattern before. Okay. Oops. Oops. These guys, I always don't expect them to fall as quickly as they do. I also often don't see these buzzsaws before they activate. Oh. It seems like maybe the letters are rarer too. I'm wondering if that's intentional. Forgot to check the time when I started the recording. I'm noticing it's been about 5 or 6 minutes. Fucking frogs. That's probably it for the combo, yeah. I feel like the FM synthesis aesthetic works really well for this area. It's good for these sort of spooky sounds. Now what was up here? Looks like... What's that question mark down there? It's a question mark flickering in the lower right of the screen. Whoa. Okay, I think hard mode may add some new rooms, because that was kind of a tricky one that I hadn't seen before. Then again, I didn't spend a whole lot of time in this second tower, so it could be that I just missed it. That just killed him in one hit. So did these shuriken do more damage? I don't know. Oops, not a great start there. Now, do I get a continue? No, I do not get a continue. Okay, so that suspicion's confirmed. Let's see what I unlocked that run. Some stuff. I got the boomerang. I have not been especially short on shuriken ammo. I mostly just don't use it. The token gun. Okay, and I got this for the rage mode. Well, I want to try everything out at least once. So let's use the boomerang. Let's see what else I unlocked. Okay, well, that seems nice. So these survival ones are weird because really it incentivizes just killing time before picking up a time pickup. I mean, that's an achievement I'd have to go for very specifically rather than actually try and do well. I'm always kind of have mixed feelings about things like that where you have to play in a really weird way. I'm wondering if they even realized that was what they were doing, like that would be an effect of this kind of target. I don't know. Anyway, what else we got? Why didn't I... Floor 150 of the basement. So is that like an optional area that you get to after the tower? That's pretty interesting. I guess for this I need to start from the beginning and get most of the way to the end. I mean, if we assume I start on floor 300, then I go down 250 floors to get this, and then I have to do something special to get past the boss and keep on going. Okay, that's cool. So it looks like there's a little bit more here than I thought there was before. When it says... When it says destroy 75 of those fiends with bombs, I'm actually a little bit confused about what that means, whether that means destroy 25 of those fiends' paws with bombs, or destroy 25 of those fiends with bombs. Like, is that a specific enemy I'm to destroy a lot of, or am I to destroy a lot of enemies with bombs? Probably the latter, but it's a little bit confusing. Anyway, what was the last thing I unlocked? Okay, that doesn't seem especially useful, but whatever. I got a new color too. So, back in. Oh, no shortcuts either. Interesting. So that's actually quite a bit more difficult overall. Does the whip do more damage at the end of its reach? Because those guys take 2 hits to kill with the sword. Like maybe that we're at the tip of the whip's attack, where there's that little spark. Maybe it does extra damage there. No? Because I would have done that then. Weird. It's a mystery. Okay. Now I just gotta keep my rage meter up. Bombs. That should help. The fact that you can be so reckless when you have rage going is just totally my style. See, but then you get to a slow spot. It becomes really hard to keep it. Fuck. Like, sometimes just based on the obstacles you hit, it can be very difficult to keep the rage going. And why was that guy just one hit this time? Oh, landed right between them. Worst possible place. So, when I first started playing, I was wondering if there was a reason to specifically go after enemies. Now I know that there is, and it's to build up a combo, so you can just be super fucking reckless. Oh, apparently my rage ran out for a moment. Okay. Oh no! There goes my rage. Oh well. You feel my spite? You know, maybe I would use the shuriken a bit more if I was used to this, where I don't have to worry about ammo at all. Because it's not like the ammo is a huge concern for me, but certain interesting properties emerge when you have an infinite amount of it, such as the fact that I can use it as my standard attack a lot of the time. Oops. But it's not quite... Oops! I didn't see the rocks there for a moment. I think I might just not have spent a lot of time in this area. Okay. Got my rage going. Fuck that clock. See, and then there's just this obstacle that... Oh, shit. The non-enemy obstacles. kind of rough when you want to keep rage going. Oh, I got it. Out of my way. Stupid treasure rooms. Bring my rage. Shit. Not off to a great start on this floor. I should switch off the whip for a bit now that I'm getting into different playstyles. This is starting to work maybe not quite as well for me. Oh, good, I still had rage going, otherwise I would have just died there. Close one. I didn't know those monkeys jumped. Okay, second boss. Not a lot of hit points, but... Oops. Shit. It's a difficult jump. Like... I don't know. It's not super difficult, but difficult enough to do consistently. That, I keep on dying. I'm just gonna retry. Oh wait, that's right, you don't lose lives in this first tower. Oh well. So there's no reason to actually do that. Actually, I am going to, there's... Okay, never mind. I thought I was gonna hop out to change my weapon. But there's no easy way to do that. I'm kind of experimenting with just tossing the boomerang out. Oh, that was weird. It gave him a moment of invulnerability. I don't like that. I want to be able to give them the 1-2 punch with the, with the normal attack and the boomerang, but it might not work. Okay. Alright, come on. Nuts. Lost my rage. I would also like it if there was a sound effect for losing rage, because sometimes it's hard to notice. You know, that's very noticeable when it starts. It'd be nice if it was as noticeable when it ended. Shit. The parachute's weird. Like, do you even take damage from falls? I've never noticed taking damage from falls, which is good, because it would actually be really annoying, considering how much I use the falling attack. Something I really actually like the whip a lot for is those attacking through blocks like that. I wanted that. I'm disappointed that I didn't quite manage to get the minute-long combo going that first time, since I'm betting that that unlocks something, and it would have been cool to get that. Oh well. Oh, new guy. Interesting. Very Mega Man-y. Okay, I kinda get him now. And I got an achievement for beating him, so if nothing else, I've achieved that. Oh, no. So you can jump out of the falling attack, but you can't attack out of it. So that's something to remember. I don't know if there's any way to get past that before one's rage runs down. If there's a way to dodge past those without activating them or whatever. Come on, something to kill. That was satisfying. Yeah, it's kind of a quibble, but I don't like how kind of RNG it is, whether you get to keep a combo going or not. Kind of got stuck in there. Oh well. Ah, I slid into them. Oh, I didn't see that guy. I should have used my boomerang gun like that. No, let's not do that. Ah, shit. That was the end of the run anyway. Okay. I mean, from now on it's probably just going to be rapid fire runs since there's no continues anymore. I got unlocked a weapon. That's pretty cool. Well, let's try it out. It looks like that's all we got here. I want to try out this weapon before I try out the transdimensional leakage thing. So very long range, rather slow. And it doesn't have the sweet spinning attack. I'm not really feeling this. I don't understand what the benefit of it is over the whip. Unless it does more damage, maybe. I like the animation for it, though. Just because it looks cool. I do not like how it changes direction if I change direction after I start the swing. Nope, doesn't do any more damage. I don't understand what the benefit of this is supposed to be over the whip. It seems like the same but slower. I'm not gonna bother with that. I've died enough times to unlock the last hit point. It doesn't have as much overhead to it, so I can't hit guys like that as easily. It really just seems worse than the whip. I don't know what makes it not just that. So I'll probably be switching off of this as my earliest opportunity, back to either the sword or the whip. The whip just seems really good. Here we got this guy again. This boomerang seems particularly good versus bosses, which is mostly when I end up using Shuriken anyway, so it meshes quite well with my playstyle, despite what I originally thought. See, now that time I just died because it can't attack as quickly as any of the other weapons. Like, the whip would have been fine there. I guess it has a slightly longer range, but not much. I guess I'll just ignore that. It doesn't have the sweet-ass spinning attack of the sword. If it did, I might feel quite a bit differently. It's nice to get rage right before then, even if it's hard to keep the rage going because of it, just because it lets me go through that trap with no real problems. Bonus. But not being able to quickly double hit an enemy is actually really bad, since you need to do that to save yourself from a tricky situation a lot of the time. I'm wondering how many alternate bosses there are like that rage guy was. Oh, I'm running out of time. I was like, what is that sound? Nope, that wasn't time. But I got to the boss, so it's not a problem. Let's see, what boss is it? Oops. It's so hard to do that.
This is not good.
That's an interesting trait of the boomerang that I hadn't noticed before, is if I've already thrown it, it will just attack with my other weapon instead of the boomerang. Let's go back to the nunchucks for a bit. I didn't like them that much, but, you know, I liked them okay, and it's fun to revisit them. But that's going to wait for the next episode now that I look at the time. This has been about 30 minutes. This is about how long I wanted to spend on the episode. So tomorrow we'll be checking out some more hard mode and seeing if I can get past the second boss when I have to start from the start every time and I get no continues. It's really significantly harder, and the normal mode wasn't that easy. So thanks for watching, and like and subscribe if you liked and want to subscribe. Thanks. Bye.